Hopefully you can see this okay. I just want to do kind of a little informational video on people who may not know, but what I have here are carrot tops, and these are edible. You can chop them up and use them in a salad. I really like to use them in soups to add some greens, some kind of fresh element to it. To me, they kind of taste like a parsley, like a wide leaf kind of a parsley. And they don't really smell like much, like they smell kind of like grass or whatever, but the taste is pretty good. So what I'm going to do this time, I've eaten a lot of it already in soup and stuff, but I'm going to do a little experiment, and I'm going to dehydrate them and see if I can maybe use it as like a dried spice in different dishes and things this winter. So to prepare these, I just wash them pretty good in cold water and remove them from the carrot. And then wrap them in a towel, get a lot of the extra moisture out. The next thing I did to prepare is I pulled these little stems. I pulled these leaves off the stems. You could probably leave the stems, but they're thicker and they will take longer to dry. So separating them out kind of makes it go a little more evenly. And another thing too in preparation is just kind of check and make sure the leaves are all intact. Make sure there's no brown spots or bugs or anything like that. Now you also definitely want to use one of these mesh liners they have. This is a Nesco, I believe. Yeah, a Nesco dehydrator. I believe it's the same as the American Harvest. That's the kind of brand or whatever. And I use this mesh because when they dry, they shrink. And these lines they kind of go right through there. I dried celery and it was a nightmare. So with these, I would definitely use some mesh in a pinch. I only have 2 liners, so your little fruit roll-up divider will work. Also, it won't dry as fast. You might have to do it a couple times, flip things over and stuff like that. But a lot of times, too, I'll put this on the bottom in case anything does fall through, and it catches everything, and then I don't have to worry too much about trying to recover it out of the bottom. Okay, once all your trays are loaded, I would set it to the lowest setting here, 95. Mine has a little guide, herbs and spices. That's kind of what I'm categorizing as. You don't want to do it too hot because then you'll scald and burn them. So it's best just to start slow, and should take 1 to 3 hours. I'm going to set it for 1 hour and come back and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's been an hour. I'm going to unplug it. There's no off switch, so should have done that earlier. Sorry. Okay. So, check it out. Well, they're still pretty wilty yet. Now what a lot of times I'll do is I'll switch them around so the bottom, move it to the, just kind of rotate it out. And then I'll reset the timer. Okay, so I had to stop it overnight because it wasn't quite dry, but I didn't want it to over dry. So then I started it again this morning. They're pretty crunchy. Dry, I mean. But I think I'm going to let them just sit for, I don't know, the rest of today probably. Let them finish drying completely. I'll put an empty tray over the top of it to keep stuff out. But, yeah, so far I think it's going really good.